Okay, the learning target we're going to do in this video is I can develop and use a formula for calculating the area of triangles. Okay, we also are going to have to do a little bit of our base and height. So real quick, I want to remind you of this. We'll do this together in class, but our formula for finding the area of either rectangles or squares is base times height, or in fourth grade, you may have seen it like this: area equals length times width. These two things are the same. Your length could be your base and your width could be your height, okay? So for example, if I was finding the area of this square right here, and this is 4 inches, and this is 4 inches, I would just multiply 4 times 4 is 16 square inches. That's it. Now today, instead, I want to challenge your brain a little bit. How can we use that area formula to create a formula for, sorry, my drawing tools didn't work there for a second. Let's try them again. For a triangle. Okay, and what do you notice about these triangles? Do you notice that they are exactly half of both our rectangle and square? Okay, every triangle is half of either a rectangle or a square, okay? Now what that means is we can adjust our formula for finding the area of rectangles and squares to now have a triangle area formula. So what we're gonna do is there's a couple ways you can write this, but what we are going to do is we are going to do base times height, and then because we are only counting half of this or half of this, we are going to divide by 2. Okay, that's going to be our area formula. Area of triangles, base times height divided by 2. Or you might even see it like this. You might see area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Okay, because half is the same thing as dividing by 2. Okay, let's practice this. So right here we have our triangle. And of course, let me show you this real quick. This triangle, it's not going to be perfect, is half of a rectangle. Okay, but we don't care about finding the area of this whole thing. We just want to find half. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, well, duh, Miss Brocker, let's just multiply 6 times 8. But remember, when you multiply 6 times 8, you are using your base and your height, meaning you are getting this full rectangle's area. And is that what we want? No, we only want this half. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want you to always write your formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. And then what we're going to do, just like when we were doing rectangles and squares, we're going to plug in our values and then evaluate, okay, or simplify. So area equals, I'm going to take my base and my height. I can see that this is a right angle right here. Also, I don't have any other numbers to be choosing from. 8 times 6 divided by 2, okay? 8 times 6 is equal to 48. And I'm going to be dividing 48 by 2. Okay, we'll do that right over here. Standard algorithm, 48 divided by 2. Sorry, that's supposed to be an 8. Divided by 2, 2, 4, 8 is 24. So the area of this area equals 24 square inches. Okay, now one other thing you need, and I'm going to do it in this one, is sometimes you're going to see how we have our 12, 7, and 3, and there are 3 numbers, and you're like, holy cow, what do I do? How do I know which number is my base and my height? Because we need that for area equals base times height divided by 2. We need to know what these are, and you cannot just guess. So remember this from yesterday, that your base and your height have to form a right angle. So let's say that this is our base. Okay, so we're going to use 12. Area equals 12 times something divided by 2. Okay, we're looking for our height measure. So can I use this side here, 7, for our height? Does it form a right angle with our base? Yes or no? Is that a right angle? No. You're like, Miss Brocker, that's a teeny tiny little cute angle. It's a cute angle. So the answer is no. We cannot use 7 for our height. But what I do see here is that this interior measure, this dotted line, makes a right angle with our base. So we are going to use 12 and 3. That 3 centimeters is how tall our triangle is. I'm going to go kind of fast. I'm running out of time. So now I'm just going to simplify this to find our area. So first I'm going to do 12 times 3 and divided by 2. 12 times 3 is 36 divided by 2 equals 18 square, we're finding area, centimeters.